So we are back for episode 10. This wasn't even on the list, but you know, we had a great conversation last time, and Danny brought up this interesting thing called a materiality study. Different than a material study. I had to learn this. I learned this. There's a difference between a materiality and a material study. Let's talk about materiality today. Can you guys help me understand what is a materiality study?
It's hard to say, for one thing.
It certainly is a tongue twister.
So a materiality assessment is essentially asking your stakeholders, asking your investors, asking your users of your product, asking your employees.
Asking yourself.
No.
Very good.
All right.
What is important to the operation of this business? What is important to the making of this product? And whether or not those important items have any sort of environmental impact or social impact, and beginning to address those. So you kind of walk through a survey with your stakeholders and ask them what is most important about our product and our business and our, like location in our community. What is important about us to you? And we want to know what that is.
And then also where you have most impact, right?
Correct.
And so like importance and impact, I think, are similar in that respect. So like understanding like, we came to this discussion from the aspect of scope 3 emissions.
Sure.
And starting to calculate scope 3, and we said like, that seems virtually impossible. There's 15 categories. We could spend all day chasing every little emissions thing. Like, can we boil it down to just what's important? And so what's important is both what's important to your stakeholders, but like also like where are you having the most impact?
Yeah.
Where should we hold you accountable to reducing those emissions?
I love it. All right, so that accountability aspect. How about this? So I think I understand this idea of like engaging stakeholders, understanding like what is material in your business and how that works. What's the deliverable? What ultimately, if you do a materiality study, what do you walk away with?
You walk away with a graph, essentially, that kind of spreads out all of the items, or at least identifies all the items that are material to your organization and puts them in a form of a priority so that you can see, do we have a hot spot around, let's say, hazardous waste or energy consumption versus, say, something, lower in a priority, which might be community outreach to the local area. So and that might not even be a great example because we want companies to have lots of community impact, positive community impact. But it's essentially prioritizing all of the issues that your stakeholders, your employees, investors define as material and working towards them.
There you have it. So it sounds like a materiality study is a strategic plan.
I was just going to say plan. Plan is like it's like, now this is what we're going to do.
All right, we'll talk to you next time.
I have to look at you because I don't look at you and then I just keep going and going.
Yeah, correct. That's what we got.
I also realized I spent 90% of all these looking down at the table.